Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Deb C, and place to be, it's Deb C. Bloop, bloop, that's me. Boop, Deb C. Hey guys, and happy Monday. I hope everybody had a great day and a wonderful start to the week. We are going to be having some peppermint tea. It is still piping hot, and we're having some peppermint tea. We're spilling the tea on last night's episode of Sister Wives. And let's get into it. I have to tell you, I kind of checked out a little bit during the last scene where Robin was talking to Cody about the kids, because I just don't like him. So let's get to started. Okay, so we pick up at McKelty and Tony's house. So Robin stayed over their place for a few days just to help with the babies. Robin slept in the closet. I don't understand why Robin slept in the closet. Like, I mean, I know that McKelty said it's a huge closet. And Robin said, well, I slept there because I wanted to be close to them. In the closet? I still don't am I missing something? I don't know. I couldn't sleep on the closet couldn't be that big. Like the closet, if the closet is the size of a room, like a bedroom, and you can put like a bed in there, okay, but I don't know that it's that big. I don't know. It doesn't, no matter what anybody says, I will always think that's weird. Now listen, despite like Christine not being okay with Robin, I thought it was awesome that the two of them were able to get along for the sake of the kids. And I'm going to tell you, if Cody was not a part of this, I could maybe see them getting along, because you know what? He's the problem. This is still too hot. Let me taste it. Oh, that's good. Okay. Yeah, I like I said, take him out of the equation. And like, if they just met, if he wasn't in the equation, they didn't know, maybe they would be friends. I don't know. That's what I think. Okay. So then, Christine showed up, and Christine was talking to Tony and McKelty, and who else was there? Her other daughter, Aspen, maybe? Anyways, and they had mentioned how Avalon was holding one of the boys, and then gave the baby over to one of her parents. And the other parent had the other baby, and it kind of hit them then, like that. It hit Christina then that was like, Avalon was so used to just having all the love from her parents, and now it's not going to be like that anymore. So Christine is like, you know what, I'm going to try. We have to make sure that Avalon has some, time for herself to show that we're not forgetting about her. So I'm kind of wondering how Avalon's going to be with all of this. Cody, so Robin is getting ready to go home, and you could tell she's really going to be missing seeing the babies, but she's going to miss being in such a loving environment to going back to Cody. Cody says he's having a hard time. He's having a hard time with his kids. So hopefully, like, the babies are going to heal that. Listen, or you could just call them and apologize. That's another thing that could happen. Okay, so it's a Sister Wives Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is coming around. And we find out from Cody, this is the first Thanksgiving that he and Robin are going to just be having Thanksgiving with their kids, just their kids. Mary was supposed to go on a trip to California. That fell through. Robin asked her to go over to her and Cody's house, but she was like, that feels weird. I don't blame her, because if you feel like you're a third wheel, it would be awkward. And would I want to be hanging around a man who just like has no feelings for me and can't stand the sight of me and doesn't want anything to do with me? No, I wouldn't want to be there. I feel bad for Mary. I completely agree. I wouldn't want to go there. Plus, Mary said Cody had said that it's awkward when Mary's around, when you're around, because then Cody can't show affection towards Robin, because he had said, like, Robin, I would show affection, but Robin doesn't want that because she is mindful of people's feelings, and she doesn't want that. So that's all I'm gonna say. So everybody listen, over at Christine's house, Janelle's house, what was I gonna say? Janelle's. Over at Christine and Janelle's houses, everybody's happy, everybody's getting along. Peyton, who is Christine's biological son, is over at Christine's, which is nice. And because he gets along with Christine, not that he is having a fight with Christine or anything, but he gets along with Janelle as well. So I think that's nice. And then the difference is like night and day, and between the houses of like Janelle and Christine's, and you got Cody and Robin's house. No, thank you. But then they go back even further, and they show like this big giant gathering for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna tell you, having a big giant meal like that with all those people crowded around, that would send my anxiety into overdrive. I would not survive something like that. 50 people, no thank you. The best meals and the best holidays are the ones that don't have a ton of people. Those are my favorite. They're low key. There's not a lot of stress. Now listen, I thought it was bullshit when Cody had said that like 10 years ago, I was safe for everybody, but they weren't safe for each other. So he's putting the blame. Is he putting the blame on these women? That's what it sounds like to me. Like I was a safe place for them, but they were horrible to each other. I mean, you mean you didn't pit one against the other? I find that really hard. I find that very hard to believe. And he now admits, listen, there's a dysfunction in plural marriage. I am wondering, like, I don't know his background, if his family has any background in plural marriage. Let me know in the comments if he does, because him going into this, like, did he know that? Did he go in with a plan, or was he just like, I'm going to have 3 chicks and it's going to be fantastic? I mean, did he have any kind of planning? Because remember, like, seasons ago when they had that one plural family on, and everything was running like smoothly, like smooth as silk. And compared to like the Browns, it was night and day. So I don't know if he went in with any kind of a plan. And I would think that you would want to marry somebody that you're in love with, but now it sounds like maybe he was never in love with any of them, especially Mary. Listen, that's all I'm going to say. If anybody is in a plural marriage, I'm sorry if I'm offending you. However, I just don't understand. I just don't understand how that works. I just don't. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like going into a plural marriage, there's going to be some kind of jealousies. I don't know. Okay. And Mary's not wrong when she says that, listen, when a man and a woman divorce, they typically don't spend like their holidays together. It's very rare, I would think. Cody says he has faith and hope that things are going to get better with his other kids. Okay, but listen, you have to kind of work on that, though. We're going to get into that more, but you kind of have to work on it, put a little bit of work into it, not just pray for it to happen. Mary was actually home sick on Thanksgiving. Mary's like, hey, listen, maybe me being sick is my body's way of saying, you got to take care of your ish girl, because maybe it's all this stress that's getting her sick. I mean, it could be. And none of the ladies, meaning Christine or Janelle, know like, where's Mary living? What's going on with her relationship? But Mary, once again, Mary really isn't going to be telling people, and she doesn't think that when they break up that she has to put up like this big announcement. I mean, I understand, but you have spent years, decades with these women. So, I mean, it makes sense that they're wondering. Okay, now the next scene was this was it. This was the rest of most of the episode. So the cameras, they go back to Flagstaff. Before the cameras get there to film, Cody and Robin have like a heated exchange. They have a heated exchange, and then before things can like pop off, I should have had a pan and did pop off. Before things could pop off, why can't I stop saying pop off? Before things pop off. Before things pop off, he takes a drive so he can calm down. Cody comes home and Robin goes outside to talk to him. She has to talk to him. She needs to get him to listen to her and to hear her. And what's up with her is that it's really bothering her that he doesn't have a relationship with his kids. And this whole thing comes from the fact that when it's triggering to Robin, because when Robin was young, her parents got divorced. Her parents were divorced, and then her father went to go live with another woman. And he, in effect, basically kind of checked out. He checked out of the marriage, but it sounds to me like he checked out of like parenting her, like being a father. So this is just triggering to her. Cody says like he's tired of being angry, and he feels betrayed. He said there's some of the kids who just who've said they don't want anything to do with them. They were at this wedding, which in my last video, someone had put in the comments that the wedding was Logan's. So thank you if you put that in the comments. So they were at Logan's wedding, and there were some of the kids, like I said, who wanted nothing to do with him. And Madison even kind of like pulled her kids away. Janelle had said that the kids are mad at him for how he treated them. Madison, and listen, and she also says that Cody hasn't reached out to Madison since her daughter Evie was born. Now listen, I get that. For Madison, if somebody doesn't, I'm just going to say this. I get her not talking to him because I'll say this. If I constantly reach out to someone and they just don't respond back to me, back when I was younger, I would like take a great offense to that and be like, oh my God, what did I do? Are they mad at me? Oh my God. But now I will try and I will try and I will try and try. And then after I've tried so many times and I've beat my head against the wall so many times, then I'll quit. And I won't take it personally like, what did I do? That just comes with age. So when you're ancient like me, you got that wisdom. But yeah, Cody hasn't reached out to Madison since Evie was born. And Madison doesn't want him to like come like, once a year to see them. And then when the kid, when the daughter can talk and be like, wait a minute, who is, and not know who this is. Like she wants him to have established the grandfather relationship like before this. And I get that because listen, my brother, okay, so I have 3 brothers. 2 of them, one brother at the time had 2 sons. I say at the time because now he has 2 sons and a daughter. But I have that brother, and then I have my another brother. And that other brother really didn't like come around the family that much. So he didn't see my nephews that often. When he saw them, they were pretty young. They were really young. And so they wouldn't have known like who the heck it was. And then eventually when he did come back around, he was like, hey, say hi to Uncle, I'm not going to say his name. Say hi to Uncle Tim. That's not his name, but let's say hi to Uncle Tim. And the kids were kind of looking like, who's this? So I can see what she means by that. He constantly is with this whole playing the martyr of the kids are moving on purpose to punish me. They are purposely moving on to punish me because it's about you. You got to make it about you. It's not life. Life isn't happening. It's just that they are all conspiring. They're all getting together in a group chat and they're like, listen, how about if we uproot our lives and we move halfway across the country just to spite him? Yeah, let's do that. Let's make sure we spite him in an economy that's a buyer's economy somewhere. I don't know. Listen, it's so stupid. So and then he gets more on this whole bashing Madison because he had said that Madison called Janelle and told her that Dad said he doesn't love you. And Cody's like, that's not true. I never said that. As a matter of fact, I said that I loved Janelle. Do you love Janelle or do you love Janelle's money? And then goes on to say that she's just a gossip. And that is what killed this family. Gossip. And he laid it flat on the front doorstep in a plain brown wrapper for everyone to see. Not even a plain brown wrapper. He didn't wrap it. He put a plain brown wrapper on it and addressed it to all the ladies because listen, he didn't take none of that and put it on his back doorstep. It was straight on the front doorstep of all those ladies. It's your fault. But hold up, because here comes Janelle. Janelle's like, hold up, because Cody is one of the biggest gossips of everybody. He would talk ish about Christine, about how Christine's difficult, how Mary's difficult. But you know who he never talked about? He never talked about Robin. Robin was never difficult because Robin was the golden child. He's the one, I'm convinced, he's the one that tried to break these women apart. He's the one that tried to get in these people's ears and plant this. So Cody said, I will love those children who will allow me to do it. And hopefully the others will come around. Listen, once again, I'm not a parent. I never will be. I will never be a mother. Have I been called a mother? Sure, many times. But listen, I'm not a mother, but I have a mother. And I know that from experience and seeing how my mother operates in regards to her children and her grandchildren, she don't give up. And that's what Robin was saying. Robin was like, listen, they are hurt. and they are hurting. So you need to do anything that you can to get them back. You know, I mean, I'm thinking she is speaking from like her experience of what her father did. But listen, I'm going to speak from my experience with my own mother. I'm thinking if you are a parent, that love for your child is going to supersede these other reasons, is what I'm saying. That's what I could be wrong. That's what I'm thinking. But like I said, my mother, I haven't talked to some of my family members for some of the things that they did. But my mother, they could call here they could call here right now. My mother would talk to them. So mother, don't give up. Now fathers, I don't know. That father who's a mother, he apparently does give up. Let's see. Hold on a second. Yeah, he's always talking about they betrayed me, they betrayed me. Oh, it's so dramatical. They betrayed me. But then he goes on to say, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? The fact that, and he said this a couple times, was it that I never loved their mothers? Is it because I never loved their mother, but I loved you? Well, listen, you're a kid and your parents are getting divorced. And then for the world to see, you're talking about how you never loved their mother. That's shitty. I can understand why these kids wouldn't want to talk to you if, first of all, divorce is hard on kids. My parents didn't divorce, but trust me, I have a lot of friends whose parents did divorce. It's tough. It's tough on a kid. It's tough on anybody, especially a kid. And then your parents out there on TV, on national TV, talking about how you don't love their mother. And you ask what you did wrong. What did I do wrong? Well, plus, listen. Also, then he admitted to the fact that, okay, so back when COVID was the thing, and he gave all those ultimatums, and he was like, well, if you can't follow my rules, then you're moving out. And then he threw them out. He made them move out. That was, okay, listen, COVID's no joke. COVID's still here. I get that you want people to, abide by your rules, but you throw them out? And also, and he admitted that was like a power move. And then also there was, whenever Isabel had that surgery and he just didn't go with her, which was shitty. So there's those two things. He admits on camera, hey, these were two things I did wrong. So how about if you admit that to them? Robin is like, I'm starting to lose respect a little bit for you. So that's when he says, well, what did I do wrong besides not falling madly in love with their mothers and falling in love with you? Well, if you were not madly in love with them, why did you marry them? Why did you marry them? Was this a plural marriage and you just needed the numbers? And then eventually when you found the love of your life, Robin, what were these women supposed to do? I get that I don't know. Some of these women, I don't know that they're cut out for plural marriage. Like, I don't know if Christine's cut out for plural marriage. Janelle says she is. And I don't know if Mary is too. I don't know if Mary is. And then during this whole thing, then he tries to, in my mind, he kind of tried to pull Robin back over to his own side by saying, they're blaming me or you for everything that happened. And I don't have to sit there and defend you. I'm not going to sit around and have to defend you. This is bullshit and blah, 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 blah. And Robin was like, listen, if they have a problem with me, they can call me. They can visit me. They can call me. I'll talk to them about it. So, what else with her? Because I want to get all of this out about them. Yeah, when he said multiple times, I can't help that he said it. I can't help that I never loved your mother, and I do love Robin. What have I done to get them so pissed off? Well, there we go. Once again, you said on public TV, national TV, you never loved their mother. And how is this a betrayal on their, it's a betrayal on their part and they're all colluding against you? No, once again, listen, I very rarely side with Robin, but honestly, they're hurting from this divorce. And they're hurting from the way that you treated them. So he's like, I'm not looking for your pity. I'm looking for your understanding. No, you're looking for pity. You're looking for her to say, oh my God, you're so right. They're so ignorant. You're correct. You should cut them off for the rest of your life. And he also had said that he's just so bitter about this. And he's so angry. And he's so worried about what's going to happen if he talks to his kids. Listen, she was like, did you go to Jesus? I'm going to tell you what, I don't think you should go to Jesus on this. I think Jesus don't take a copay. I think you need to go somebody who does. I think you need to go therapy. He needs some anger management. He needs to get these feelings out before he talks to his kids and blows up, okay? Jesus isn't going to help you on this. You got some anger issues, okay? You got some anger issues. So that's all we're talking about. We're done talking about them. Let's end this on a nice note, because Christine is now talking about David. She found David on an online dating website that's made for people with kids. Oh, and she said it went so great. She walked in, she said he had beautiful eyes. She complimented him. Turns out David has 8 kids, and they already planned the second date, but I don't think she has told him about the whole plural marriage thing. Obviously, he's okay with it because they're married now. So, I loved that. Made me so happy. And they were asking Mary, what do you think? Are you going to be dating? And she was like, no, I'm not going to be dating right now. She enjoys single life because of all of the freedom. She can do whatever she wants. Listen, Janelle, girl, I agree and I completely get it. Because listen, when you're single, you can do whatever you want to do. You don't have to ask your man. Oh, you don't have to ask your man or your significant other, hey, I'm going to go out. Or you don't have to ask if anything's okay. You don't have to ask if you have plans, whatever. You just go out. You just do whatever you want to do. I love it. Okay. So listen, tell me in the comments if you watched what you thought. If nobody told you yet today, you're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there in the world. Please take care of one another. Also, be aware of your surroundings. Be safe. Hydrate often with water. This is water because it's tea, but it has water in it. Hydrate with water. And also, please, if you're in a dangerous situation, please be safe. Be safe, be aware, be mindful. Please know that if you're in any of the areas that are affected by the flood, because first there was Helene and now there is Milton, please be safe, and please know that Dolly and I are keeping you in our prayers. We're sending thoughts, love. We're keeping you in our prayers and our thoughts. We're sending lots of love, and we're sending positive vibes and energy your way. I love you guys. and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.